sir?
Hey, what's up, Mike? I am doing great. Ready for another Monday of action. Talking these crypto markets. So,
Heck yeah, dude. It's exciting right now. We've seen a little
yeah,
bit of
everybody thinks the bear market's over, and we got all the bulls talking on YouTube right now. So,
That's
it's
right,
good
man.
times right now. I mean, anybody that bought the dip, and especially on Ethereum at 800, 80, wherever it got to.
Yeah.
Um, you're up 100%, right now plus, and so people are feeling really happy right now.
Happy and smart.
Yeah, yeah.
Happy and
All right,
smart, but
bud.
they better be careful, otherwise they might feel dumb here in a few months. But I don't know.
Yeah.
That's just my opinion. But
How's it going over in your neck of the world?
man, it's good. It's good. I can't complain. It's hot. We need a little bit more rain. We had one thing of rain here recently, but we need some more of it. But it's funny because you and I wear tank tops, and both of us just happen to be wearing t-shirts
But
today.
you're still wearing a shirt that has a beach name
I
on
know,
it.
I can't help myself, man. It's just you got to put yourself in the beach mindset, you know.
Yeah, yeah,
So, but
man,
yeah,
I
man,
get it.
it's good. It's good. Man, I wanted to just briefly, for everybody here that may be just tuning in, this is their first episode. I wanted to touch base. We had done, listen to the way I talk, man. This Texas lingo has got me going Southern, but I wanted to just show everybody real quick. These past 4 weeks, we did a intro to crypto boot camp, and I've got our image pulled up here on
Yeah,
the screen, man, where we went through 4 days just of in-depth intro stuff where we talked about tokenomics, we talked about staying safe in the crypto space, we talked about a trading plan, coming up
yeah,
with that, sticking to it,
yep,
staying in tune with your wants and needs, and how to fight that battle mentally. And then we talked about some extra tools that every investor from crypto standpoint should have in their tool belt.
yeah,
And it was just 4 action-packed days of knowledge, wisdom, experiences, all that stuff wrapped into a 4-day course. And so if you haven't listened to any of that, it's a great place to start. Episodes 12 through 15.
yes,
And episodes, I mean, they turned out to be like 30 to 45 minutes long. So it doesn't even take that long to get through, and
right,
tons of information in there. And if you have a friend or a family member who might just be interested in getting in, it's a great thing to share with them as well. So definitely
absolutely.
take a look at that. If you have any questions from it, join our Telegram. We've got links to that. We've got a public Telegram, people jumping in there and chatting, asking questions, that kind of thing. So good stuff there. But man, we've got
Absolutely.
an awesome episode planned for you guys today. I have a theory that I want to share with you, and I'm not going to spill the beans just yet, but I have a theory that I wanted to share with you guys after we go over some news, a little bit of a market update. We haven't done a market update in a few weeks, and with this rally, Brad's going to go over a little bit of that, what to look out for, where we're at currently. But I have a couple of news articles I want to share with you too. So let me, got my screen sharing here, but let me pull up some of these articles for you guys. I've just got 3 articles for us really quickly. I'm not going to spend too much time on them, but I thought they were interesting. Mailchimp. If you have a business or you do marketing, or you may receive newsletters from various companies, they probably use Mailchimp or something similar. And Mailchimp recently suspended the accounts of Decrypt. We actually talked about Decrypt in day 4 of our boot camp. It was a big news article, newsletter for the crypto space.
Yeah,
And they suspended them and Masari and a few other crypto brands. Masari does a big paper that they release on a yearly basis about the current state of crypto. They do a lot of syndication stuff from a crypto standpoint and putting out news articles and stuff like that. And so they suspended these guys without even warning them, per these companies.
wow.
And so they suspended these companies. And this is a quote from Masari. One executive says, "If Mailchimp's management of crypto clients is this haphazard, I shiver to think of what enforcement looks like for actual nefarious actors." So these guys are pretty upset that they can't even get access to their subscriber lists anymore. And so big deal to suspend, these large crypto media outlets, right?
Yeah, I mean, that doesn't even make sense, honestly, because I mean, you got people that, I mean, it's an email platform.
Right.
And so why are you cutting off your paying customers' ability to just interact with their subscribers?
Yep. Yep. Exactly. I mean, this is basically putting a muzzle on free speech, right? If you want to
That's
go
where I
that
was going to go. I mean,
extreme.
this sounds like 2020 elections.
Seriously.
It's like, okay, we don't like what you're doing. We're gonna, not allow you to communicate with people.
Yep, yep. It's interesting. It's very interesting. The quote from Ryan Selkis, who is the founder of Masari, says, "Thank you for deplatforming some of crypto's most reputable brands in the past 48 hours, including Masari Crypto and Decrypt Media. You're proving our point. Mailchimp and all speech censors must be destroyed." Some big words
Wow.
from the founder there of Masari. So picking some fights, obviously with those types of words.
Mm,
So,
yep.
anyways, thought I'd put that out there. The whole free speech, speech censorship, that kind of
Yeah.
stuff will actually kind of play into my theory here in a little bit. So I wanted to put this one out
Absolutely.
there.
No, I'm excited to get into this because, what we're going to be talking about is it's good stuff, and we'll get there in
Yeah, don't
5 minutes.
spill the beans yet, man.
Yeah,
Easy,
we'll get we'll
easy.
get we'll get there in about 5 minutes.
He almost let you know right there. All
Yeah,
right. Anyways,
we'll get there in about 5 minutes.
the second one I've got for you, crackdown on Tornado Cash, was just round one, is the headline on this one. And it talks about, since Monday's crackdown on Tornado Cash, the DeFi sector is faced with a choice: remain proudly non-compliant or bend the knee. If you don't know what Tornado Cash is, it is a way to take transactions on the blockchain and scramble them so you don't know where they're coming from. So basically, you can send funds and whatnot. You know that DeFi is big on transparency, right? And blockchain technology is all about transparency. Well, Tornado Cash takes that away, and
Mm,
you can actually transact. Used to, rather, you'll read the article. It talks about how this has since been blacklisted, and you can no longer use this service, and any crypto wallets associated with it. And so what you'd be able to do is obfuscate. I read this word, just learned this one, where their funds have been and where they're going. So basically scramble them, right? Put them into Tornado and you have no idea where they're coming from, hence the
right,
name,
right, right.
or going. And so it takes the transparency of blockchain technology and gets rid of it.
Yep.
Obviously, this can lead to some, criminal activities and nefarious, people
Sure.
using this, and it's
Makes
actually
it easier to hide money from taxation and stuff like that.
exactly. And so the US Treasury says that the reason they're doing this is because they're indicating that the Lazarus Group, a hacker group with ties to North Korea, used this service to launder stolen crypto. So they're
Mm,
talking about $96 million most recently, or most notably from the Harmony Bridge attack. And then they go on to say that there's actually $7 billion worth of crypto since this company's creation that has been laundered through here. So I get why they're censoring it. It makes sense. But the crypto community is actually kind of up in arms about censoring this, which to me is somewhat interesting because the crypto enthusiasts talk about this blockchain community and having everything being transparent, but yet they want to have their cake and eat it too. I don't know how I feel about that.
yeah. Yeah.
It's interesting to me. So I almost want to take the side of the treasury on this one,
Mm,
to
mhm,
get rid of this company because we talk about this transparency, and one of the main
right.
reasons I love it is the transparency of it.
Mhm,
And so I think that's what the technology is really going to help a lot of industries with.
yeah.
So, anyways, neat article. You can go read
I
it.
know a lot of people use different hot wallets to make a purchase,
Mhm.
and then you'll have like a multiple different wallets that you use, and then you send it over to like maybe your main storage account, or maybe you have multiple storage accounts where you hold things longer term.
Yep.
and maybe you want to keep that wallet, a little bit more hidden. And so, but it's like, yeah, I mean, you can see like, okay, this money went from here, then it went to here, then it went to here, then it went to here.
Hmm.
The ability to just throw that all around and scramble it, I mean, it it again, it mixes up everything, right? It's like mixes up the idea of blockchain transparency, and then it mixes up the idea of what people want out of privacy.
Yeah, I mean, it's no different than opening
Mhm.
up a laundry store, which honestly is where the term comes from.
Mhm.
This fake laundry store, shop,
Yeah,
and fronting it as, this is, what do you do here? Oh, we do laundry. No, this is actually a big front for, funneling cash to and
sure.
from,
Yep.
for criminal activity.
Yep.
And so that's really what Tornado Cash was doing with
Yep.
blockchain.
Yep.
So I get it, but it's interesting because it's kind of controversial, where the DeFi community is kind of open arms about Treasury shutting them down. So
Yeah.
anyways, next big article I have here, which is very interesting, kind of bodes well for Ripple in their court case and what seemingly may be going on with that case. But currently, Ripple is considering buying bankrupt crypto lender Celsius.
Yep.
Okay. So they're actively seeking to scale their company through merger and acquisition deals. Okay. And buying Celsius would be one of those. So if Ripple is going to continue moving forward with merging and buying companies, it kind of tells you that they feel like they're going to be okay at the end of this court case. So I thought this was good news just to give you a little bit, more info on where the court case might be going. We haven't heard anything in a little while, specifically, for an update from the court case. So this is something that, again, just adds to, Ripple's outcome boding well for the
Yep.
platform in general.
Yes.
Um, so, man, unless you have anything to add on that one, that is all I've got for news, Brad.
No, no, I don't need to be repetitive. I think that XRP is in a good position right now. And obviously, you follow along XRP's journey. I mean, that's you can Google it, you can YouTube it, you can whatever, and find out all the information there. But I think XRP is going to come out really nicely in the end of the day. So
Yep, I agree. Well, man, why don't I toss it over to you and you give us a market update and see what this bear market rally looks like?
let's do it. I'm going to share my screen here, and I'm going to switch over to my other desktop, and we're looking at price action on Ethereum.
That.
So you should see my trading view chart now.
Yep,
Mike, you got it?
I'm
Okay.
good.
All right. So this is the price action of Ethereum. We're looking at a 15-minute chart, and you can see that we've been kind of sitting in this 1900 to just around 2000 range. I guess just over 2000 range for the last little bit. And this is where we've been sitting. So we can scale this and look at it, and we've been sitting here since a couple days ago, and we can pull this out, look at the daily chart, and here we are just on this great rally back up from, you can see where I have this gray box set up when Ethereum
Oh,
dropped down below $1,000. And so we've actually reached 50% back up, getting closer. If we stay in this 2000 range, I mean, you could easily see this continue to climb on all this Ethereum news about this Ethereum merger.
right.
So that's kind of the big news that's in the market right now that's moving things. Obviously, there's been a lot of great crypto news. Anyone that bought the bottom of this is feeling great because you've more than doubled your money at this point. And so, I mean, you're looking at 100% gains since July or June, I guess. Well, you could have got it really anytime in June and July, and you'd be up, 100% on your money.
Right.
So congratulations to you if you got involved with some Ethereum buys down here. You could sell off right here and have 100% gain on your money. So, and I think that, guys, we need to understand that, I was having a conversation with my dad the other day, and apparently they were at a family reunion and someone was, my dad was, somebody was like basically saying, oh, there's, Brad must be getting crushed right now and crypto and blah, blah, blah.
Uh,
And my dad was telling him, he actually does pretty well in a bear market. And they're like, oh, there's no way that you can make money, it's not even close, and all that kind of stuff. And the idea of being able to short the market and make good buy positions on moves up on these bear market rallies like what we're seeing right now.
yeah.
These are great places where people can make money. I mean, if you look at a chart right now, a 1 minute chart on Ethereum, if we were to scale this down, I'm not going to do it, but Ethereum just dropped down from like basically 1920 to 1907, and you could have caught a sell move on that on a short-term time frame, and depending on your trading account size, you could have made a good bit of money just on that,
Right.
basically 15-point move, on Ethereum, and then if it jumps back up to 2000 from 1900, you can make good money trading that move as well. And so I think that's what people miss, because most people are afraid to make moves, whether it's shorting or buying in a bear market. And so it's like I said, you could have taken $10,000 bought at the bottom down here around 900 bucks. You could be up double your money. You're at 10 grand in a matter of a couple of weeks.
Wow.
And so I think that's the power of what we have at our fingertips here, but people are afraid to do anything in a bear market. And so you get people out there that are saying things that really have no idea what they're talking about. They think they do, but they don't. And so just be aware and make your own trading plan, like we talked about in the boot camp, that works for you and the level of risk that you're willing to take with your investments. And so you can make money in these times. But if we go back, I've been sharing this for quite some time now on our podcast. You can probably look back all the way to, maybe even April. And I was saying, if we get down to these low areas, expect a bounce back. And we're getting that. And so, looking at Ethereum, you know, could we rally up to $3,000? We could rally up to $3,000 before the Ethereum merge. The Ethereum merge is scheduled to take place on September the 19th. I'm not going to get into that right now on this podcast. We don't have time for it. We can talk about it on another day, but you can also, search that real quick and find out all kinds of information on this
Yep.
ETH 2.0 merge. So now if we look at Bitcoin on the daily, Bitcoin is not moving as fast as Ethereum. Ethereum is moving with much more speed. So, Ethereum doubled in price since its bottom. It hit 880, it's at $2,000. You're making a better move on your money on Ethereum right now than you would be on Bitcoin. Bitcoin went, down to 17. It's got as high as 25, hasn't been able to break that yet. If Bitcoin continues to climb, and let's say it climbs up into like the 28 zone, which is an area that I talked about for a while. I don't have it marked on this chart, but let's just throw it there. Here, we'll put a line across. Oh, let's just make a big gray square. Boom. If it gets back into this area where it had this massive fall off, which it could, you know,
Hmm.
that would make sense. It would make sense for it to hit a previous resistance level and fill in this big gap on the chart before making another gap down. So this action right here that you see on the chart, I mean, this is very slow moving action,
Yeah.
moving in the upward direction. So like, let's just throw some lines on it, you know, okay, here and here, you've got this slow moving action going up. It can bounce in this channel here, get back up into this zone. And then my personal opinion is I think we still have about an 80% shot that we have not hit a bottom yet. And if that's the case, then you could see price do one of these things. It can keep coming up here, keep coming up. That's not what I wanted it to do. Hang on. uh, here we go. Let's grab the right tool. You can see it keep bouncing in this channel, come up into here, and then make a move down like this. If it goes higher into that zone and then you see it make a lower low, you could see it do one of these deals. And that that's personally my expectation if we follow a 1 year bear market cycle after a high. So
Yep.
that would put us somewhere in November-ish, like I've been saying. And I'm not like some genie. I don't know, but like that's just my personal opinion of where I think that we could see something like this happen. In
All right.
November.
Putting in shorts at 29,000. Got it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So yeah, so take it for whatever you want. Like this is obviously an educational channel. We're trying to teach you guys about crypto. This is not financial advice, but that's something that you could definitely look at. Now, if you look at the money you could make off of Bitcoin versus Ethereum right now, Ethereum has the bigger bang for the buck.
Yep.
And so look at that and then you can determine what you personally want to do with that. All right. So that's
Yeah.
kind of what I'm looking at, guys, on the charts. If you look at CoinGecko, we come over here and we look at CoinGecko. You can see we're at 4.5% up on Bitcoin, but almost 13% up on Ethereum in the same 7-day period. So very easy to view this here. Cardano also has had a nice rise. Solana is up almost 10%. Dogecoin, silly as it is way up. So, you've got some stuff that you can look at, guys, to make some choices, whether you're looking to, day trade the market, or if you are looking to make some potential buys that could go up into the September timeframe. I would just say if you're doing that, be very careful and do not be afraid to take profits, wherever you're at. So, that's what I'm looking at on the charts right now.
Stuff.
And then if, one last one I can do for you is just the total crypto market cap. We look at the total crypto market cap. Here we are. We're right, but see, look at that. We're right in that zone that I was just
Wow.
showing you on Bitcoin. Let me draw it real quick so you can see it real easy. Get my shapes. All my shapes. So here we are. All right. So, but see, I mean, we're right there in that resistance zone, right at the bottom of it. So, I mean, we're right where it tanked. So, I mean, we could just kind of mess around right here until September and then boom, So we may be as high as we're going to get, guys.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it could climb some more, and this is why I like looking at all of these different charts to help me out, So it's like, okay, what's the total market? This is, the DeFi market. So you can see DeFi still has a long way up on this drop down.
Oh,
Um,
wow.
you can see here, excluding Bitcoin, so this is everything excluding Bitcoin. So you can use these different charts to kind of help you out. And then I love looking at, the stock market as well. I mean, some of you guys know, I talk about it from time to time, but I like to trade the stock market indexes as well. And so, look and see what they're doing. I have this big old, this is the NASDAQ, look at this beautiful double top right here. You got, I mean, a lot of people would be like, oh, that's the spot. That's where I would be looking for maybe another push down. Um, Same thing here. If it breaks these areas, then you're talking about, potential moves up. But here we are, guys. So, see what we're doing. All the markets are running off of this latest news from, the inflation numbers, from the CPI last week, and different stuff. And so, you got, FOMC coming up again soon. And so you've got all these different things to be watching, and just pay attention to what the Federal Reserve's saying, because it typically drives these markets quite a bit.
What's the
So,
DXY lookup? Can you look
oh
like? Can
yeah,
you
the
pull that one
dollar.
real
Yeah,
quick?
let's look at the dollar. So here's the dollar. We're sitting up. I mean, you can see this is a daily chart, but I mean, we've come down. We had made it up to right at like 110, almost 110, I think.
Yeah, that wick.
109, we're wicking in 109s, 108. We kind of stayed up there for a few days, and then we made our way down. And so that's from a while back. But you can see we came down below this level here, and look, if it stays here, and then you see the dollar trade down from here, you can expect that the markets, the equities markets and the crypto markets will continue to go up. If the dollar breaks this and continues to go up, then you can expect that maybe we will start moving down in the equities markets. But they don't necessarily always go hand in hand.
Right.
So this is an indicator, but it is not, necessarily
End all be all.
total end all be all.
Yeah.
But I would definitely be looking at that when you're comparing it to crypto, for sure.
Yeah.
Equities don't always move along with it. Crypto moves in more of a reverse relationship with it, for sure.
Right. Right.
So, but yeah, I mean, those are things that I'm looking for when I'm watching the markets. This past week or so, personally, I haven't been trading much. I've been vacationing. I'm going to get back into my trading mode again, and probably this week, actually. So,
Yeah.
but that's kind of where we're at, guys. So,
and maybe if we're lucky, Brad might drop a trade or two in our Telegram channel. Just nudge, nudge, wink, wink.
Maybe so.
Who knows? Who knows? But if you're not in there, you wouldn't know. Just saying. So you might get yourself in there. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, good stuff, Brad. That's awesome.
So went a little long on that, but we haven't talked about this rally, so wanted to spend some time on it. And so that's where we're at, guys. I'm gonna stop my screen share, but you should, again, go back, watch the boot camp, spend a couple of days in it, get to the trading plan day, make yourself a trading plan that you feel confident with, because then when you do, you can get in here, you can start making some moves in this bear market, because bear market, guys, is where the money is made. If you wait until 2024, which I think is when we're going to reach the all-time highs again, there's some people saying we're going to reach the all-time highs again this year. I don't believe that. But
That'd be cool,
it's possible. If it happens,
great.
I'm down and I'm excited. I'll be just as happy as anybody else. But if we don't, which is my expectation, you've got a time on your side for a year to dollar cost average into positions, to make solid trade ideas, and build your own philosophy on how you're going to trade. So I encourage you to do that, and you'll grow significantly. Let's get into your theory, Mike.
Yes. Okay.
And
or should we just end it here? Maybe we should just end it. Okay, that was a little bit mean, but man, we've got a juicy theory coming up for you. But if you want to listen to it, you got to catch the next episode. But we did release them at the same time. Little hint. Anyways, go catch the next episode. We'll see you there.